Let's stab this claim in the heart. Helen Keller Medical Board Archives 1902 to 1924. I am getting fucking sick of this. Let's go to Yahoo first. Medical Board Archives from 1902 to 1924 contain examination reports showing Helen Keller had functional vision and hearing throughout her disabled life. According to Yahoo, it says there is no record of these examination reports. A Google search for the terms Helen Keller and Medical Board Archives 1902 to 1924 examination reports did not produce any relevant results, but did point to many duplicate copies of the false claim on social media. A search archived here within the website of the American Foundation for the Blind and the Helen Keller Archive for the phrase 1902 to 1924 examination reports also found no results. And just to be thorough, I went to the website. Let's search for it. Oh, no result. And let's be more thorough. Let's type in Helen Keller Medical Board Archives from 1902 to 1924 examination reports because you guys are pissing me off on TikTok. Based on, I'm kidding. I'm not going to read the damn AI overview. I'm going to actually scroll. And the only things that pops up with the Medical Board Archives is the damn Instagram post, the social media post. Here. If there was any such thing as a Helen Keller Medical Board Archives from 1902 to 1924 examination reports, they would be the first one to pop up on the first page of Google. You cannot be that specific and get nothing. She didn't fly a plane. She did not fly a plane by herself. She had a pilot next to her, and her interpreter was with them as well to interpret the instructions to Helen Keller, who flew the plane for 20 minutes under the supervision of the pilot. They described her as being really calm when she was flying. So yes, she did technically fly a plane. She didn't write a book. Why is it so hard to believe a deaf and blind person can't write a book? When you figure out how she was able to learn. Well, fuck it, let's actually go to the website and see how she was able to learn. American Foundation for the Blind. Okay, I think there's a perfect website to learn how she learned. The method that Anne Sullivan, by the way, which was her teacher, used by pioneered in America by Sophia Alcorn, a teacher at the Kentucky School for the Deaf in Danville, Kentucky. She succeeded in teaching two young deaf-blind children named Tad Champman and Alma Simpson to speak. Alcorn named her method Tad Oma after these two pupils. The children were taught to speak by touching their teacher's cheek and feeling vocal vibrations. And then people bitch about, oh, well, Helen Keller never know how to speak. She never learned how to speak. Oh my fucking God, can you people just do some research for the life of you? Then Anne took over and Helen learned how to speak, but she was never truly satisfied with her speech, which was often hard to understand. She struggled to vocalize her words throughout much of her life. Why? Because she was deaf and blind. It's understandable as to how a deaf and blind person can never really vocalize speech properly because they're deaf. That's why we have sign language. I'm pretty sure Helen Keller knew what she was actually saying. You see what I mean? She probably wasn't able to pronounce it properly, but she probably knew what she was saying. Also, there was a method where Anne Sullivan would teach Helen Keller the alphabet by like literally writing the letters in her hand. I am just so sick and tired of seeing all these ignorant comments about, oh, Helen Keller was fraud. Oh, she couldn't do this, she couldn't do that. And I'm just all like, okay, even if she was a fraud, let's limit deaf and blind people to just not being able to do anything. Let's just be ableist as fuck. Let's just do that. Let's just damn them. Because I get it. I understand. You guys are self-rejected. You guys can't think if you were deaf and blind, you would be able to do anything. I get that. Whatever. You have little faith in yourself if you're deaf and blind. That's all you're exposing here. But oh my fucking God, if there is so much evidence of Helen Keller being Helen Keller, go to the internet. Figure it out on the internet. Stop going from video to video, getting your information that way. Actually do some fucking research. That's what it comes down to. Just do some damn research. People don't want to do research nowadays. That scares me. That hella scares me. You have literally the internet in the palm of your fucking hands with your phone. You have the world. You have all the knowledge in the palm of your hands with your phone or laptop. There's even fucking YouTube videos explaining all of this. Stop video hopping on TikTok. Stop going from one video that says the same shit to the other video that says the same shit. Just a different person at a different font. Do your own research on things. The crazy thing is too, I was with y'all at the very beginning. I was like, shit, she might be a fraud. Oh my gosh, she might be a fraud. Yeah. One thing got me to research. The Medical Board Archives examination report. When I heard that, I said, okay, well, I want to see these examination reports. I actually want to see this on the internet. Where are they? So I go and type them in on the internet because this is where I'm starting to do my research. If someone says, oh, here are these fraudulent claims about Helen Keller, it's from the Medical Board Archives examination report on her. Oh, okay, there's a report about this. Let me go on Google. I couldn't find it. And Yahoo even says, yeah, there's no examination report. So where the fuck is this coming from? And then I find even more information on Helen Keller on how she actually learned. A lot of shit just started to make sense on how she learned, how she wrote books, how she did everything that she accomplished. People could just not wrap their mind around the idea of a deaf and blind person doing everything that Helen Keller did. You want to know why? Here's my theory. I've said this before. Because people don't believe in hard work nowadays. So since they don't believe in hard work, they don't want to believe in Helen Keller. She didn't go to college. She didn't go to school. There is literal fucking records of her going to college on Google. Just look it up. No, you do it for me. No, you do it. That's the entire point of this video, is teaching people to do your own goddamn research. Let me give you another perspective. Back then, there was no social media. Back then, there was no phones. Back then, there was nothing that we have now, like technology. So what do you think people did back then? They worked. They just worked. They read books. They did stuff. They went out. They did stuff. So you're telling me, you're trying to convince me that a deaf and blind person just didn't do anything all day, just sat there and been just deaf and blind? No, I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that. That is just bullshit. So it only makes sense that Helen Keller spent her waking moments doing everything she can or wanted by learning and doing whatever she wanted to do. If you guys still want to refute this, do your own goddamn research. Do your research. Stop hopping from TikTok video to TikTok video and then come back to me.